Hold on, let me make sure all comment. Nope, it was not. Just gotta check the look of the stream real quick. Got a good like hour-long nap in. Um, Again, I keep saying I'm gonna stream earlier. I just haven't. It just hasn't happened. Haven't been able to. Uh, it'll happen. One of these days I'll get to it. Um, just a lot going on. A lot going on. All at once. Got a new fucking car today. That was a lot of fun. There's something about like getting a new car that just like rejuvenates you, man. Like really puts you in a place. Like my brother Kmart. What's up, man? Um, it's one of those things. I didn't want to give up on my old car. I didn't want to give up on the car I had previously, but you know, it is what it is. Shit, I just realized something. Yeah, I just made a big mistake. Kmart with the girl power. Thank you. Flair, you ready for Gino? I gotta be. I got no choice. Ravens are a joke. I can't believe that shit went down. But listen, if Max Crosby has some sort of injury, it's fair. Am I ready for Gino? I'm gonna say I am. And I'll tell you why. But thanks for the girl power there, Kmart. Appreciate that. Congrats on your new car. Thanks, Mike. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, it's just it was one of those things. My transmission blew. The time came. I talk about this all the time on stream, and I'm a big believer of like running your car out until it dies. Like I don't like getting new cars. I don't like materialistic shit. But I had to get something. Did that give you money? It did, Kmart. I think yeah, it did. Thanks, man. It's those things are like monetary. Have monetary value on YouTube. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. I literally saw a video thumbnail comparing Gino and the Raiders to Hitler. What? Yeah, but thanks, Kmart. I appreciate that, buddy. The Geno Smith thing, dude. The Jets are going to suck ass next year. The Jets are not going to be good. The Jets are going to be like preparing for a #1 pick, probably. It might as well be funny. Might as well bring back Geno Smith, bring him back for the memories. Like Geno Smith had some good moments as a Jet. Like I don't dislike Geno Smith. Let's run it back. Let's see what happens. It's not going to be good. It's going to be absolutely miserable. But what else are we going to do? What else have we got for us? We don't have anything. We don't get much entertainment here as Jet fans. We don't get much. Oh, holy shit! The guy in Idaho almost hit a fucking 3/4 cord. Three. I'm sorry. I got Idaho and Eastern Washington on. The Big Sky Starch Madness, one of my favorite tournaments out there. What do Penn State and vegetables have in common? Kids are afraid of them. It's crazy. Say 6'7", 6'7", 6'7". Dude, I got them for free. I don't know where they came from. Hey, Kmart, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you sending it my way. That's it's cool of you, man. Ravens lost 7 new players. They were trash. Yeah, I mean, the Ravens are not going to be very good. They needed a guy like Max Crosby, and now I think they're completely and utterly screwed because they pretty much built their whole offseason letting guys go. That Max Crosby and his contract were going to come in, and it's not great. Kobe, I mean, how about Bam Adebayo? 83 points tonight is absolutely insane. Just an unreal number. I couldn't believe it when I got the notification. I was like, Bam Adebayo right now? Good for him, man. That's a cool thing. Should Miami, Ohio be a lock? You know what, Glassman? I think they should be. I don't think one loss. A lot of people are saying the whole thing about like, their schedule sucked. They didn't play a great schedule, which, is something to look at. Absolutely is something you have to take into account, but they won all their games one way or another. You can't be hard on them for winning their games. They took care of business one way or another. My name is GP Greg 01. Nice. Could Max Crosby still go somewhere else? I'm pretty sure. I think that's just the Ravens team doctor shut it down. The Ravens were worried about his physical, and that's a Ravens thing. Gino, the Jets getting the #1 pick. Hey, I'm all for it. Gino, oh shit, I was here so long ago. Were you Bird Clan? Oh, I do. I think I remember somebody named Bird Clan. I would guess it's you. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about right now. Back to what we were saying. Shout out Bam Adebayo. That's cool as shit. 83 points is an unbelievable game. Miami, Ohio. I think they should be in. I don't think they're going to win that tournament. I don't think they're as good as Akron. I think Akron's the best team in that tournament, but still, I think it should be a 2-bid MAC. I'm still hopeful Crosby goes to Chi-Town. I mean, Max Crosby, he's going to get traded one way or another. It's going to happen. He's too talented. I think maybe more so it's just going to affect his potential contract. This is a bad thing for him in terms of like his next deal because teams are going to hold that over his head. but it probably gives more teams the option of going to get a guy like that. So we'll see with Max Crosby. I'm interested to see where he ends up. Jameis Winston advocate, what's going on, man? Um, yeah, it's a lot to look at. No defense NBA. I mean, you look at what happened with Bam tonight. Obviously, like the defense in the NBA is not as good as it once was, but you know, Bam Adebayo. That's 83 points is 83 points, man. Do you think Santa Clara is a lock for the tournament? Yes, I think Santa Clara was a lock before they beat St. Mary's, and then beating St. Mary's, I think, made it even more clear that they're in the tournament. I would probably have Santa Clara around like probably like the 10, like at maybe a 9 or 10. Geno Smith, 3.3 million 1 year, great deal. I'm all for it, man. You know, the worst thing that can happen, you know, the Jets are either going to get the number 1 pick next year, or Geno Smith is going to have an insanity run and bring the Jets to the playoffs. More than likely, the Jets are going to have the number 1 pick. You know, it's good for the nostalgia, man. I don't mind it. That game, what they played in football, had ball with grass and people. Thanks for the update there, Get Painting. I think a lot of people did not know what that was, so I'm glad. Gonzaga is the Bills of college basketball. Um, yeah, I would say so. Gonzaga is like the constant, you know, they're always the bridesmaid, never the bride. I think that West Coast Conference is very interesting in terms of the teams that are going to get in, because I am a major fan of St. Mary's. I think St. Mary's is going to be whatever side of the bracket that like has St. Mary's in it. Whoever that 1 seed is, I would not want St. Mary's anywhere near me, especially if they have like that 8 line. Like I would not want to play St. Mary's in the second round. They're just a team that plays so efficient, and they play great defense. They don't allow paint touches. Um, they're just a very efficient basketball team that I would not want to play. Like I'm not saying they could beat a Duke, they could beat you know, any of these teams, but they will give them a tough game where it's like they're gonna sweat it out. When I saw the Jets sign Geno Smith, I thought of you, bro. Not sure who is in charge there, but I'm sorry, brother. Hang in there. You know what, W. Rodriguez, I don't think it was a bad deal. I think the Jets are going to suck one way or another. Might as well be fun while we suck. Wemby made me $25 tonight. Over 40 points, rebounds. He had 50. Wow. I'm surprised his number, like 40 seems low for Victor Wemby. I guess not. No. Yeah, no, I guess points, rebounds, and assists, it's not really that low. 40 is a pretty high number, but good. I mean, Bam Adebayo won everybody who had him the points, rebounds, assist thing tonight. It's not even close. I like your attitude. Jets, 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 Jets. You ever think of offing yourself? What the fuck kind of question is that? Honestly, no. Yo, that's crazy. That's a wild fucking question. I just was not expecting it. I read it like it was just any old question. No, I'm good here. I'm chilling, man. I just got a new car. Definitely not the time for it. Thoughts on NFL wannabe United Football League? I'm not going to watch a second of it. I don't even know why. I'm not really sure why they're even doing it. Jets, 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 Jets. Darnell, my man. USA lost to Italy. I watched the last couple innings of that game, Mike. That was painful. I mean, Nolan McLean looked so good in the first inning, and then kind of just like I feel like he started mailing it in a little. Like he was missing spots, and like that wasn't a good outing from Nolan McLean. It sucks because he's been so good. He really that was his first bad outing since he got to the big leagues. Good to hear. Yeah, I'm good. Say this, Jameis Winston. Says this, Jameis Winston active. He will not off himself. He will on himself though. That's crazy. That is fucking insane, dude. How long have you been working for the Secret Service? Not 1 day. Yo, why the fuck is his hat so big? Jets win since Epstein died 35. Number of times Woody Johnson's in the Epstein files 41. I mean, that's crazy numbers. Jets got Geno back again. Dylan, I think the Jets are getting the number 1 pick one way or another next year. I think the nostalgia of Geno Smith coming back is kind of funny and kind of fun. That's about all I have to say. If the Jets were contending and they went and got Geno Smith, I'd be miserable today. I'm stoned as fuck on the toilet with no shirt, and I feel amazing. That sounds like the perfect place to be right now. Get that yam off your face. What do you mean yam? Right, have to stay alive to pay that car note. That's the thing. I got to pay off the car, and then you know who knows from there. We'll see what happens when the car's paid off. I'm not making any promises. How long have you not been wanting to off yourself for? Would you say? I would say probably my entire life. Tank for Arch. I don't know who's going to be the number 1 pick next year. We're going to have to see like which quarterback looks best, but hopefully Arch can figure some things out. I bought my first AR today. I'm 19, by the way. Your first AR. That's crazy to me just because, you know, New York, the gun laws are so insane. I would never consider buying a gun, but I guess it's different cultures in different states. Like New York is just so gung ho on gun control. Are the Raiders still getting the new players in free agency? I think so. Yo, Irish King, what's up, man? I got fucking screwed over tonight by the official. I had the Detroit Red Wings money line tonight. I went with a little hockey, and the Panthers scored with 6 guys on the ice and didn't call it. So, what are you gonna do? Gino still ain't writing back. He just won't do it. My boy Ty Jerome is going off in Memphis. Ty Jerome, I love Ty Jerome, man. I love he's a good little player. It's my day off, too stoned as fuck on the toilet, no shirt, cold wind blowing in here. Nice. No shirt, cold wind, toilet. Sounds like the fucking big three to me. The youngest picture of you is also the oldest picture of you. Quit bragging that you aren't crippling depression. Listen, we all battle it in our own ways, Jameis Winston. Would you rather see a Knicks, Islanders, Jets, or Mets title first? Great question, Glassman, because I'm probably more passionate about like the Mets and Islanders than anything because I just went to a bunch of games when I was growing up. I think for the sake of New York, a Knicks title would be the best thing ever. I'm so rooting for the Knicks to win a title because I think it would be the greatest party of all time. Jumping it down the throat. Texan, by the way. Nice. Yeah, no, it makes sense. It's amazing to me when I hear other people talk about like the guns they have. It's just here it's so like frowned upon and so, like I said, they're gung ho about not having it. It makes sense. Like obviously when I go places, I see people open carrying. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? That's just because I'm born and raised in New York. Your Eastern Washington pick was on the money. Yeah, Eastern Washington was a fun one. I hope nobody took I hope nobody took FIU today. I took that, but I barely took it. I only put a little bit on it. Eastern Washington, I fucking hammered. That was I don't like anything tomorrow either. Your hat is too big. Thanks, man. Diddy diddle my cheeks. I heard you got a Mercedes Benz. I did not. I got a Nissan Sentra. My favorite car. Got the 2025. I didn't want to get a brand new one. They had a couple on the fucking they had a couple on the floor from last year, and it's a nice car. It's a beautiful car. I got a gray one. It's pretty sweet. I like it. I'd take a dookie in that hat while your mama watched. Okay. I mean, I don't think that's ever gonna happen, but hey. Does a straw have one or two holes? One hole. I've been big on that. Ever since I got asked that question the first time, it's one hole. It's one continuous hole. If you cut a straw along one side, the hole disappears. I'd take it. Wait. Hey, can you please do a Stephen Hawking impression? I asked you last time. Meet me. No, I'm not doing a Stephen Hawking impression. That's just crazy. It might legitimately be a public safety issue if the Knicks win the title. Dude, I don't even know if I'd go to the city if the Knicks won a title. I'd probably just hang out here because the party would be on Long Island, too. It would be the biggest party New York State has ever seen. Manhattan, the 5 boroughs would probably be like a war zone. They would probably need the National fucking Guard there. Bro's a 2-foot tall leprechaun? Dude, I'm 6'1", 6'1.5", excuse me. Nissan Sentra, you're an economical, smart move. Dude, you know what it is, W? I had a Nissan Sentra prior, and I like to run, like, I'm a big believer of running your car into the ground. I'm not I'm not a materialistic guy, especially when it comes to cars. Like, not big on, like, having a really nice car. Like, I like the Sentra. It looks good enough. It gets me from one place to another. All right, man. I'll give him a 5-minute warning on that. I did a lot of live bets tonight. Came down on the positive. Last one I got was LA Lakers down 5 after 1. Jumped on it. Nice. Where's the pot of gold? Wow. I actually get some. No, I'm good on that, man. I like the Nissans, man. I just like the engines. I like how long they last. I've always had Nissans. How much do you pay in insurance a month? How much do I pay in insurance? It's not much. It's under 300. I forget what it is now. Not terrible. I expected it to be a lot more, but the price did not go up that much. Do you have any straight friends or do you hang out with gay dudes? All my friends are straight. I have one friend from college who's gay, actually. Excuse me. So, are you anti-Stephen Hawking? Am I anti-Stephen Hawking? Like, what do you mean by that? Party never happening. The Knicks suck. Yeah, not this year. Yeah, Irish King. The only thing I had tonight was the Red Wings, and I took a little bet on FIU. Just to like be involved in college basketball. It wasn't anything to write home about, but the Red Wings one really hurt me. Remember he was talking last night about Geno to the Jets? Hey, listen, you know me. I'm here for the fucking memes. I'm here for Geno Smith doing crazy, dumb shit for the Jets and getting them the number 1 pick. Aren't you afraid for what? I've been up for 5 days straight and I'm sitting in my car debating driving. I wouldn't do that. Go to bed. Get some sleep. Not allowed to be friends with non straight people. What do you mean you're not allowed? Aren't you afraid of getting doxxed by a rainbow? I can't say I am. I don't know who sold you, but your hat is too big for your head, bud. It's Timu. When you order an extra large hat on Timu, this is the kind of shit they send you until I move out of my mom's house. Is that a real thing? Dude, I don't know if have I told you, I've told the story on stream a couple times where I almost got canceled at college because like all my fucking friends are like, well, all my friends at school were like super what's the word, like I'd say very, they always wanted to be offended by things. um I'll tell the story in a second. Let me answer a couple questions first. Do you watch other live streamers? I do watch other live streamers. I like it. I like watching live streamers. I've always said my biggest influence on this, like in terms of like what brought me to live streaming, is Tim the Tatman. Like Tim the Tatman's a guy who like I watch constantly. I always watch him. Like he's a gaming streamer, but like just his vibe and everything. I always felt like I was very similar to him, where like I could just like sit here vibe and not give a shit about what it, like, not like in a bad, like obviously I like talking to you guys, but in terms of like people fucking with me, I can enjoy it. I've always felt like that. Yeah, politically correct. So I'll tell you the story real quick. Dude, so basically, so we had a suite my sophomore year of college, right? And one of my suite mates was gay, which like it is what it is. Like no, nothing wrong with that. So he was in a fraternity and he was like somewhat hooking up with this guy who was rushing the fraternity, right? Which is like completely against the rules of the fraternity, just because like you're not supposed to have any contact with like the people, the pledges that are rushing. And a sexual relationship was like 10 times worse. You know what I mean? So one night we were out and his the guy who he was hooking up with was with them. They were walking to like their frat house, right? And it's a bunch of us. There's like fucking 10 of us, like all together. And we're walking to like this party, and he goes, "Hey, like I really want to like make out with you before we get to this party. I don't want to like I don't want anybody like like basically saying like before we get to this party, let's like make out one more time before we get there." Now again, I'm with like 10 of my friends, like 4 or 5 girls. I turn around and out of context, this sounds terrible. I go, "I'll make sure nobody sees you guys." Two gay guys, right? Like kissing. So this one girl, my friend, my friend Emma starts freaking out. What's wrong if they're kissing? They're gay. Who can't, like freaking the fuck out, like literally losing her mind on me. I'm like, whoa. I go, ask, hold on. I go, you got my back? Like, so my buddy, my buddy who I lived with goes, no. He's looking out because like they're whatever. He told the story about the frat and everything. And then I'm like, yeah, I'm only saying it. I go, I don't care if they make out. I don't want them getting kicked out of their fraternity. It was crazy, man. Like, it was just like this girl fucking freaked out on me. So just like a terrible, like out of context, saying that when two gay people are kissing. Yes, it sounds like I'm like trying to say, ew, like gay, but like I was genuinely looking out for my friend who, bros touch tips. I mean, these two did. I was genuinely looking, looking out for my friend who, like, I didn't want him getting kicked out of his fraternity. Guy hits matches the balls. It's 3 players they didn't take in the trade. Yeah, I don't know how that works. Bam scored 83 points tonight. Is absolutely insane. Something fishy going on in Ravens country. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird that they, after they made the deal and everything, that they did the physical. It should have been, the physical should have happened well beforehand. Tim the Tatman's always been the guy that I looked at as like an inspiration when it comes to live streaming. When I started live streaming, I played games. I played Fortnite. Fortnite was the original thing I streamed here. And then I just like I enjoyed chat too much. I enjoyed talking to you guys, and so I felt like I was missing so much that I was like, "Fuck it, I'm just becoming a just chatting streamer." I don't think frats are right in the first place, but to have a gay guy in a frat seems like it should be against the rules. To be honest, does that make me homophobic? Yeah, I think a little bit. Honestly, I don't think there's anything wrong with being gay in a frat, but like I think the whole like fraternity culture is a little bit out of whack. It's like it's a whack thing to begin with. Like you're basically paying a fee to like have friends, and I don't know. I don't really think that's cool. I'm new. Wait, so you're in a gay frat? Yeah, he's gay too. Damn. All right. See, that's the thing. Sometimes people come in out of context, and that's what happens. My girlfriend talking about she wants to have my baby. I mean, Tyler, like, just take advantage of that. Tell her, all right, and then just pull out when it's time. That's like unlimited sex. That's almost like an unlimited sex glitch there. Gay guys can go join the gay frat. He runs the gay frat. Wow. You deserve a Blumpkin for your B-Day. What? Who fuck said you to play a game? What? That's not English. Did someone say Blumpkin? I just saw that. Don't put your Max Crosby jersey away. My Max Crosby jersey is non-existent. That's like asking it should be against the rules to yeah. So you're gay? No, I'm not gay. I was telling the story about my gay friend at college who was a frat bro hooking up with somebody who was pledging his frat. And basically, one of my friends got mad at me for it's a whole fucking story. I told it. You just rewind it if you want to hear it. If you're a true Jets fan, what does Jets mean? I mean, there's a million things. Just end the season. A million things. You could do whatever you want with the Jets. Like you can. Let's see. Oh, thank God! You just earned yourself a sub and like for being straight. Well, I mean, okay, I'll take it. Just end the season. Yeah, I think there's a couple things. There's another one I heard recently, but I forget what it is. Lamar Jackson should ask for a trade. I don't know. Like, who would want Lamar Jackson at this point? Like, honestly, his contract, unless like the Ravens were going to eat some of it, I don't think anybody would want it. A friend, yeah, he was my suite mate. He lived in my suite. Skin color and sexual preference are different things. Comparing apples and oranges. Yeah, when you put it like that, but the way you worded it, Rod, like the way you were like, I don't think gay people should be in frats. Like, yeah, it's two different things for sure, but doesn't make it any less prejudicial. Anyway, we'll move on. Yeah, no, Lamar Jackson. I don't know. I don't know who would want Lamar Jackson at this point. It's just I think all these years the Ravens didn't win anything. Stephen Hawking was quite persistent in his older age. I mean, probably one of the biggest upsets of all time is that Stephen Hawking was on Epstein's island, and like, just that whole thing is fucking nuts. They need to just release the files at this point. Gay people can have their own frat though. That's how not homophobic I am. Yeah, I don't know. He never walked away from a challenge. Jeez, I don't think that's what it stands for, Jameis. Shit, I'll take Lamar on the Saints. Really? You would take Lamar Jackson over. I mean, I'm not saying Tyler Shuck is better than Lamar Jackson, but long-term investment, Tyler Shuck is a better option than Lamar Jackson right now in terms of like, you don't want to stunt a guy like Tyler Shuck and bring in Lamar Jackson, but I don't know, man. Like, I think Lamar Jackson's a little bit past his prime. Right now, yeah, I think it's different right now. I agree with you there, but in terms for the Saints, I don't think it makes sense. Geno Smith, please pass the physical. I'm sure he will. The hat too small. Find a better one, bro. I'm sorry, Kizzard. I can only do so much. Why doesn't Stephen Hawking need a wife? Why? Why not let grown adults freely associate with whomever they want? That's what I said. I mean, it doesn't matter. I don't think it should matter at all. You should do whatever you want. Gonna let us see your face. What? It's right here. What do you mean? Am I gonna let you see your face? Because he has his own shoulder to cry on. That's crazy. That's insane. That's that's really fucking good too. Yeah, it's Geno Smith is going to pass the physical. Geno Smith is going to be the Jets starting quarterback next year. It's going to be miserable. The Jets are going to suck absolute ass. And I'm here for it. Sorry, Bam, you're no Kobe Bryant. I mean, he scored more points in one game than Kobe. Obviously, Bam Adebayo is not on that level, but it's amazing. Like, you have one big night like that. You in the shadows, mister? Yeah, I didn't turn my light on on the other side of my desk, and I don't really feel like getting up. I'm a reformed homosexual. I don't partake in any sex because I'm only into men, and it is a sin. What do you mean? If Stephen Hawking started a company, what would his position be? I have no idea. Yeah, I don't feel like getting up right now. I'm not like it's more so that I'm lazy and tired. The chairman is dude. Okay, that's crazy. I love it though. That's the kind of shit those are my kind of jokes there. Keep them coming. If you have I feel like you have a whole fucking encyclopedia of Stephen Hawking jokes. Let's see. All right. What do you mean? What do I mean? I mean, what do you mean? Like, you're a reform? Like, so you're gay and you just don't do it anymore? I'm not sure. Not the lazy factor. The zoom in. Oh. Yeah, I don't think anybody would want to see that anyway, none. Yeah, I feel like I'm doing everybody a favor. I didn't have their 83 from Bam Adebayo on my lifetime bingo card. It's absolutely insane. If you told me somebody was going to score 83 points in a game, I don't know if Bam Adebayo would be in the first 30 guesses. Hey, man, your video quality is very low. I would advise altering your settings. What do you mean? I don't even know how to do that. I have, it's just a little bit less than, that's crazy. It means I am gay and I just choose to be celibate because it is a sin. I mean, be yourself, man. Do you, literally. Shouts out to him, though. Hey, listen, shout out Bam Adebayo. It's an amazing accomplishment. Truly, it is. It is very incredible. It's a very amazing accomplishment that Bam Adebayo pulled off today. Like, 83 points is insane. And like I said, not somebody I would have expected it from. Ardell, what's up, man? Um, what was I saying? But maybe it is the settings. No, I think it's just that my light's not on. It's more so that like when I turn the light on, you can see a little bit more. I'm kind of in the dark here. But what was I saying before? Yeah, the U.S. losing to Italy today was absolutely miserable. The Jets having Geno Smith as their quarterback going forward is unbelievably hysterical. Like, it's just like sometimes you got to move backwards to go forwards. Like that's the ultimate. Like the Matthew McConaughey Lincoln commercial. No, it's blurry as fuck. Is it? Hold on. Yeah, why is it blurry? I have it on my. I have it up on my PC. Is it better now? It does look 10 times better. It looks like you're filming on a Motorola Razr. Yeah, I just realized it's because I'm not connected to my Wi-Fi. Your video feed is more pixelated than Japanese porn. Damn. No, I realized that I wasn't connected to the Wi-Fi. I looked up and I was not connected. So we're back. All right, here we go. I wonder why. I'm like, where is everybody tonight? They're probably looking and they're like, who the fuck is pixelated moron? The Motorola the Motorola Razr is crazy. Yeah, no, it just wasn't connected. That's a dumb move on my part. I got to make sure of that ahead of time. Dude, it is night and day, very clear now. You know, I have it up on my computer right now. Like I have the stream up just because I like to check to see like the quality of everything. And I hadn't looked up in a while. And then when I looked up, I'm like, this looks terrible. And I'm like, let me see connection wise, and we're back. We're good. Bro went live on Game Boy Color. It's crazy. Yeah, no, that's bad. I'm sorry that you guys looked at that for so long. I appreciate you guys sticking around. That's insane. I did not even notice. You know, I'm not exactly the most technologically advanced person. I think the first thing I would hire if I ever became like a full-time streamer is an IT guy. We could see you aren't wearing a shirt. Yeah, I got out of bed. I rolled out of bed and started streaming, so I didn't throw a shirt on. I'm sorry that you guys got to look at that. I'm going to try to keep the attention up here. Yeah, so I appreciate you guys sticking around because I for sure would not have fucking kept watching somebody that looked like that. Damn. It's a sin to not to be happy and follow your true feeling. Dude, exactly, Mike. I think like, you know, being afraid of your religion like that and not allowing yourself to be happy, I think is just a little bit insane. Go, you know, go be a homosexual. Like if it's gonna make you happy, it's you know, don't like having like the, you know, allowing yourself to succumb to the overhead pressure of a religion. I just think it's not worth it. Dallas Stars are on fire, 12-0-1 in their last 13. They've been playing great hockey. Do you prefer femme boys or trans girls? I don't prefer either one. Please put a shirt on. No. You're gonna have to look at this. It's fucking hot as balls in here. It got really hot in New York today. Out of nowhere. But yeah, Ardell, the Stars are running on all cylinders right now. They're playing great hockey. You know, they were my pick to win the Stanley Cup before this season, and they've been kind of not really, you know, not really getting to that potential, but they look great right now. They look like a world-beating hockey team. Should I move to the southeast? Whereabouts in the southeast would you go, Jameis? Because if you're in I think Are you a New York guy, Jameis? I don't remember. I feel like you told me one time, and I don't remember where you said you were, and I'm sorry. 90 points, second best team in the NHL. They've been running on all cylinders, Ardell. They're playing great hockey. I'd be excited if I was a Stars fan right now. Um, Southeast here, 843. 843, what is that? Let's see. 843. Ooh, Charleston, South Carolina area. Great area. I love Charleston. 30 Myrtle. Well, yeah, same thing. South Carolina, yeah. I love South Carolina. I love Charleston. I love Myrtle Beach. Great area. Pacific Division is ass. It is. It's very bad. Yes, New York. Yeah, Jameis, if you can get out of New York, like if you could find a job like elsewhere out of the state, do it. New York is just a miserable place to live at this point. Damn, bro, that hat is huge. Yeah, I couldn't find a smaller one. I'm sick of seasonal depression half the year. Yeah, I mean, Jameis, it sucks. It does. Gay pride. Hell yeah. Where's your Geno Smith jersey? I do not have one. And I don't think I'm going to be purchasing one. Do you think pro athletes get paid too much for just playing a sport? It's just entertainment for us. Well, that's the thing. Like, everybody watches it. I think the amount of, like, the advertisements, like, everything, like, the eyeballs on it, I don't think they're getting paid too much. Best gay streamer is crazy. Why are you taking the Raiders trash? Because the Jets needed a quarterback. The Jets need a quarterback desperately. And Geno Smith was, like, the only one available at this point. But Jameis, if you can get out of New York, I highly suggest it, man. Love the summer and fall in New York. The winters make me want to off myself. Yeah, then I would suggest, making $1 billion and just being a snow bunny. Move down to Florida in the winter, come back up in the spring. That's my goal someday. That would be sick. Like, if I could make, like, if I was like a billionaire, that's what I would do. I would be a full blown snow bunny. You're an inspiration to all us bi-curious males. That's crazy. You're good eye? What do you mean? Geno is garbage. Mike C knows. Oh, I'm aware that Geno Smith is garbage. I don't think Geno Smith is going to be any good. I'm not expecting Geno Smith to bring the Jets anywhere. Like, genuinely, I expect the Jets to win like one game next year. You might as well get the nostalgia pop of, hey, Geno Smith's back. Like, all right, let's see how terrible this could go. Snow Bunny has a different. Did I say that wrong? It's not a snow bunny. A snow bunny is like, not a snow bunny. Fuck, what's it called? A snowbird. I said snow bunny. What a fucking asshole. Oh, that's not what I meant. You got what I was. You snowbird. Yeah, not snow bunny. Ugh, shit. Yeah, wrong terminology. Fuck it, Geno for MVP. Listen, I'd sign up for it. Give me Geno Smith the MVP. It's not gonna happen. The Jets are gonna be fucking terrible, but hey, let's run it. Alf was stoked for the Alf was in the stream after the Super Bowl and he was fired up, man. I'm happy for him. He's a big time Seattle sports fan. It must be a great feeling. Hey, I heard this and never understood the reason on becoming the best worst rapper. I couldn't believe 3 eyes on the pig. I wish they listened. What? I don't know what that is. I'm personally a big fan of snowballing. What do you mean by that? Baba Booey. Empathetic veteran. What's up? Stephen Hawking pleases his woman. He uses his hard drive. Wow. I like that. I'm looking up. The Bam Adebayo thing just popped up again on SportsCenter, and I can't fucking believe that Bam Adebayo scored 83 points tonight. Insane. Would you rather see the Jets win the Super Bowl or get a $1 million check? $1 million. I'm a fucking sellout. I am an absolute fucking sellout, Anthony. Like 1,000%. Sell me out. Give me $1 million. The Jets have done nothing but ruin my fucking life. It's about time I get $1 million for it. 83 points, Alf. Excuse me, goated. Somebody said Alf before. I fucked up. Goated. Unbelievable. Absolutely insane. Like, if you told me somebody was scoring 83 points, Bam wouldn't be in the top 20 of people I would have guessed. How couldn't you understand what I was saying? I said there's 3 cards under the car with a note and that says you can make it in life if you eat 40 burgers. Wait, what? That's not what you said. But are you asking if I could eat 40 burgers? No. So I guess I'm not making it in life. If that's what it goes. Hiding the fact Wemby dropped 40 on the Celtics and the Spurs are 19-1. Do you believe in Jesus? I think he was a real person. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's confirmed he was a real person. But I'm not a really religious guy. I wouldn't say I'm somebody who who does religion. But I respect everybody's religion. I thought the USA was the best team in the tournament. I don't think so. I said that yesterday, and I fucking jinxed them. But also, Mark DeRosa put together a lineup that sucked ass. I mean, the pitching, like, Nolan McLean got shelled today. It was not good. He didn't look good at all. It sucks. It is what it is. You think the Bills are cursed since they have never won a Super Bowl? Uh, I don't think anybody's cursed, but I think they definitely had some really bad luck. Top 10 craziest days in sports history. An unbelievable day, goated. Like we said, the United States loses to Italy in a massive upset. Bam Adebayo, 83 points. I don't even know what else went on. Like, they're probably, college basketball. Like, how about Merrimack getting upset by Siena? Like, Merrimack, I think Merrimack would have been like a 12 seed in the tournament if they got in. Y'all got my boy David on Yamada, though. They asked me who I run with, and I told them with the Indian. What? What does that even mean? It's not all confirmed. Jesus is real. The only cross reference are the Bible. I honestly think the Bible was a fairy tale story that was taken to be told. Goated, let me tell you something. What a transition here. Goated goes, I honestly think the Bible was a fairy tale story that was taken to be told as the truth in order for a government to gain more power. And then goes to, by the way, Max Crosby. Like, how about that? Like, what a fucking turnaround. Yeah, the Max Crosby thing is insane. I can't believe it. I wonder what's gonna happen next. I'm excited to see what goes on. Feels like Max Crosby's gonna get traded one way or another. So we'll keep an eye on that one. I hope you have a good and safe night. Thank you, Neon. I appreciate you. Have you ever been to Yankee Stadium? I have been to Yankee Stadium a couple times. I've been more than once. I usually go to like one Yankee game a year. It's a nice night out. It's different. It's not convenient to get there for me. Being from Long Island, going to the Bronx is not an easy trip, but I like going once in a while. What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic. The hell did he say? May God have mercy on your soul. A simple wrong would have been just fine. Great movie. Great reference. Love Billy Madison. But yeah, Yankee Stadium, I go like once a year. The Ravens knew Max Crosby just had knee surgery. I think they just wanted out of the trade. Yeah, I don't know. I think I have no idea. I don't know. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Maybe, and it was a good way out. If they figured out a way, if they really wanted out, they figured out a good way. Raiders Antonio Brown versus Ravens Max Crosby versus Lions Gronk. Yeah, I mean Raiders Antonio Brown at least had a couple practices under his belt. What were we saying before? But yeah, if somebody asked me about Yankee Stadium, I will say, I think Citi Field's a nicer building than Yankee Stadium. Yankee Stadium definitely has the better like atmosphere outside the building pregame. There's way more to do at Yankee Stadium before a game than Citi Field. Citi Field is just a dump outside, like literally across the street. If you're like if you go out in right field, across the street is just like a bunch of fucking like rundown car garages. Raiders fleeced the Ravens. Well, I mean, not anymore. Technically, no. they did for a couple days, but I think the Raiders definitely got the better end of that deal. I felt like at the time the Ravens were doing the right thing for the sake of their franchise because it does feel like the Ravens maybe have like one more shot at being anything, at getting anywhere, but I don't know now. BNC Park area is so cool. I'm telling you right now, the greatest barbecue restaurant of all time is there. I've heard nothing but good things about PNC Park. I need to get there. It's taken me way too long to go. Ravens are cooked. The Ravens are not going to be very good next year. I don't believe it. I don't believe so. Not that I have anything to say about that. Called Mabel's Barbecue. If you're ever in Pittsburgh near PNC, I'm doing you a favor. Yeah, go to. I'll have to do that. I mean, the best barbecue I ever had was Terry Black's in Austin, and that's to die for. Who is your Fernando Mendoza pro comp in your opinion? Good question. My Fernando Mendoza pro comparison. I don't know. Like off the top of my head, let me think about that for a second. Ravens without Linderbaum is going to be bad. I wouldn't draft Derrick Henry anyway. And Lamar Jackson, I think, is very overrated. Chiefs are going to be miserable too. Yeah, the Chiefs are on the downward spiral now. But Fernando Mendoza, I don't know. Off the top of my head, I don't know. That's a good question. Do you know how long Mark Sanchez was with the Jets? Let me think. From 2009, 10, 11, 12, 13. I think he got released. It was either 5 or 6 years. Didn't he get released in 2013 or 2014? I know Geno Smith got drafted in 2013, but I think Mark Sanchez either he got traded that offseason. Danny Dimes or Jake Delhomme. In terms of Fernando Mendoza, I think like man, I don't know. I don't know who a good comparison is. Genti going to spaz this year? Max is always hurt and light in the ass. He sucks without a big defensive tackle next to him. I don't know, man. Max Crosby is a hell of a player. Let me look up what they have Fernando Mendoza's comparison to, because I have a guy and I don't want to be wrong. Mendoza comparison. Genti gonna spaz this year? Yeah, you know what? Jared Goff is a good name. They said Jared Goff. I actually think that's a pretty good name. That's a better one than what I had. So I'm not even gonna say who I had. Genti gonna spaz. Yeah, I had Genti last year in fantasy, and he kind of fucked me a little bit just because he wasn't very good. He had a fine year. He had an okay year, but I took him in the first round at the end of the first round, so that sucked. Some of the guys I passed up on. It's not really his fault as much as it is the guys who ended up performing that were taken after him. Yeah, I agree with Goff. Thanks. Yeah, Goff is a very good comparison. I honestly, I was thinking like, I was thinking along the lines of like a Drake May type, or even like Sam Darnold. But Fernando Mendoza isn't as like athletic. Like he doesn't move as well as those guys do. I love you, damn bro. We just met. The more I think about it, the Max Crosby rescinding Bam 83, dropping 40 primetime USA upset, and Tottenham getting mowed over is crazy. I have no idea about the Tottenham thing. I don't even know what that's about. Why? What happened with Tottenham? My buddy's a massive Tottenham fan. I should like text him tomorrow and like fuck with him. He hates when I talk soccer because he's like a massive soccer fan. And like, listen, I respect the game of soccer. I do. But like, I always like, anytime we're watching a soccer game, I overanalyze it. Like, I know what I'm talking about. And he gets so angry because he like played soccer. He played soccer in college. He played in high school. And like, he just thinks I'm doing it to fuck with, which I am. I am doing it to fuck with him. But like, he gets so mad when I start overanalyzing it. Tottenham was losing 4-0 against underdog Atletico 22 minutes into the Champions League quarterfinals. Jeez. Fuck Bam for passing Kobe? What do you mean? See, I saw that all over social media, and people are like angry about it. Why? Bam Adebayo is supposed to stop scoring? Like, it's ridiculous. I saw some kid say he hopes Bam Adebayo tears his ACL. Like, why? He's supposed to fucking go out there and score. Put on a clinic tonight. Second most points of all time. Will Chamberlain and then Bam Adebayo. Everyone calling Bam a free throw merchant didn't watch the whole game. See, I didn't watch the whole game, but I saw his number. Records are made to be broken. Exactly. The fact that it's Will Chamberlain, Bam Adebayo, and then Kobe Bryant is just insane. It's an insane list. But yeah, exactly. Every record's made to be broken. The NBA is in trouble with Bam scoring 83 points. I don't think it is. I think it was just a fluke incident. The drop was an all-time heater, en route to drop 60. Then after that, the Wizards started hacking and fouling and triple teaming him. Oh, so they were just like trying to like guard him and stop him, and it was okay. I see. I honestly didn't watch the whole thing. I saw like the highlights. I didn't see any of that. I just saw he shot a lot of free throws. NBA viewership numbers are in the tank. Yeah, I mean the NBA, in my opinion, personally, just from my perspective, I'm not going to give this I'm not going to be like this is a matter of fact. I'm not really that big on the NBA this year. Like past years, I would watch big games. I would watch games between two good teams, but like if it's not the Knicks to me, I really have no interest in the NBA. I don't, and it probably says more about me than it does most people. I know people love the NBA, and it's a very impressive. I like watching NBA basketball, but I prefer watching like college personally, and that's just my personal preference. But in past years, I would be able to. You got to watch more Hornets basketball. You're right. No, I think the Hornets are so much fun to watch. Like, that's a different thing. I think the Charlotte Hornets are hilariously fun to watch. Like, they're a very good team, and like we talked about it last stream. You know, LaMelo Ball goes out there and plays like he's playing pickup like gym class basketball. Colin Kneppel is like an unbelievable basketball player. Might be the rookie of the year. They're a fun group. I love hoops, but the NBA has a problem with relating to the masses. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people just don't like. I think people just don't like the way things are going with the NBA, where there's a lot of stars, like the stars sitting out and stuff. It's just the game's gotten too analytic to the point where, um, I feel like the game has just gotten too analytical, especially with like the health concerns that it ruins the game a little bit. Like it sucks when people go to watch a guy play and he doesn't show up and play. That's the thing that sucks. Hornets have some great players. They do. They have a really good roster and a young one too. That's a little much. I wouldn't say tears, but damn, that's Kobe's record. Yeah, it's not anymore. Bams. Do you think Tim Tebow could have been better if he had better coaching and advice, or was he just not that good? I don't think he was very good. I think Tim Tebow was a very good college quarterback. He was a very good athlete at the quarterback position, which made him like a lot better. His arm strength just wasn't there for the NFL. It's a different game. The NFL is so much faster. You think about it. Florida had a bunch of great athletes, and like Tim Tebow was a great college quarterback. Sometimes it just doesn't. It just doesn't translate. It's just the nature of the beast. There's some guys who are really good in college that it's a faster game and it's not for everybody. The NBA doesn't have a problem with the masses. It just has the worst fans. The NBA has the most stuff. Yeah, I mean, people who like basketball are definitely stuck in the '90s for the most part. Like the amount of arguments I had. Some pork chop was in here the other night talking about how he'd take Elgin Baylor over who was it, Kawhi Leonard, and I was like, you're insane. Like like absolutely nuts. I think Tim Tebow hit peak of his abilities. Yeah, absolutely. Tim Tebow was the best player in college football for 2 3 years, but that was as good as he was going to get. He was never going to get better than that. Respectfully, no, you're right. You're totally right. I wish your hat wasn't so small. I know, man. I wish I had something bigger. The Ravens embarrassed Max Crosby. He will play like a monster next year. I don't think he's going to be around. Elgin Baylor is better all time than Kawhi when compared to his era, but not even close to a better basketball player. That was the thing. Good. I was saying, like, you can't compare era. You can't tell me Elgin Baylor would get dropped into an NBA game right now and succeed. That was my argument. Like, obviously, all time, Elgin Baylor's got the numbers. Like, that's what we were talking about. Like, that, like, he was basically saying that Elgin Baylor would show up today and be like, and probably be the best player on the floor. I'm like, that just is not the case. The skill level, because we were talking about like the training, the skill level, and everything. It's just a different game today. Thoughts on New York City proposal to raise minimum wage to $30 per hour? I mean, it still doesn't really put a dent on like people being able to live. Like, I think it's a great gesture. I think it's people any way to get people more money is a great thing. Um, it's still like with the way New York is run and the way New York is like, how expensive it is, that still isn't like that. It's still like very, very low for New York standards, but it's a good thing. It's a step in the right direction, I would say. Broncos have not signed a soul. Yeah, I haven't been paying attention to the Broncos. Yeah, I don't think my scrub is going to play next year. I think the Bears will make it to the 2027 Super Bowl. You think? Hope the Ravens never win anything. Steelers fan here. I don't think you got to worry about that anytime soon. Even Walt would struggle in today's league. It's just a different game. Really, it is. You don't think Max Crosby is going to play next year? I don't think he's going to be a Raider. Raising minimum wage is stupid. Now, why is that, Ardell? I think like you have to do it based on like the way the like inflation works and shit. I just think it's like, but it ends up creating more inflation. That's the problem. It's like it's a cycle. It's really just like the circle like of okay, inflation, raising minimum wage, more like it's just a cycle that's never ending. But you're right. Businesses like small businesses are going to be fucked by $30 minimum wage. You're right about that. But I think for people who like have to work and like I'm okay with it for the human service side of it, but it's a never-ending cycle when it comes to you raise the minimum wage. All it's going to do is make things more expensive, and it's something that is just never going to end. Do you think the U.S. should be in the war? Everything's getting so expensive. I mean, Mike, I think with like the whole war going on, I don't really think we had much of a choice. I think a lot of people get angry about it because of I always say it. It's people are angry about who's in charge and they're not necessarily angry about what's going on. So they're gonna fucking nitpick everything. The amount of years we told Iran to stop fucking, building nuclear warheads, it sucks, man. Nobody wants a war. I'm not sitting here saying, hey, I'm happy we're at war. Nobody wants war. War sucks. Like, absolutely horrible. Roger should come back one more year. I don't know if Roger still has it, man. But after watching, no way y'all denying Will dropping 100. He was a foot taller. Yeah, no, I think Will Chamberlain definitely dropped 100 points. Let's see. It's a shame no NBA players used the sky hook like Kareem did. It was a successful shot. You know what? It, you know what it is? Kareem was so much taller than everybody, and it's such a hard shot to master. Like Kareem was just amazing at it. Only Kareem has the body type and natural skill to pull it off. Yeah, it was a very natural talent. It was a talent that only Kareem Abdul-Jabbar had because it's like it's an impossible shot to learn. Um, Iran is the problem for the world. They had it coming. It's not even political. I mean, yeah, Ardell. That's the thing I try to like to help people. Like, the people are making Iran seem like the victim here. Like, Iran is a terrible like in terms of politically, they're some of the worst like run like in terms of just like human rights violation governments on the planet, and they hate us. They hate our guts. They kept trying to build nuclear warheads. Like every time we told them to stop doing it, they just like pretty much told us to go shove it. And at some point you gotta take action. It sucks because nobody wants a war. Rogers did get beat up pretty good though last season though. Yeah, you know what it is, Irish King. Like I think maybe Rogers still has a little bit in the tank, but he got fucking killed last year. It almost felt like elder abuse last year with Aaron Rodgers. I got sick of seeing it. We have been lied to that Iran almost had weapons of mass destruction since the 90s. I don't believe that at all. Rogers still has something left, but left in the basement, left to play. He's a tough bastard. He got one more in him, dude. He is. I'll tell you what. Aaron Rodgers got killed with the Jets too. Like Aaron Rodgers was getting his ass kicked every week with the Jets. He still went out there every week. He still tried to perform. He still did his job, and I'm forever grateful for him for that. You know, it didn't go well, but I don't think it was his fault. It wasn't his fault. When I say I don't think it was. It absolutely was his fault. If you had family members fighting a war in Iraq, I don't think you would be happy. I mean, the problem with that, Mike, is when you sign up to join the military, it's part of it, and it's listen. I'm not saying like I think soldiers should be. It sucks. War sucks, man. But that's what people sign up for. Like when you sign up to be in the military, you sign up with the idea that there's a chance you go to war. And Ardell is somebody that can yeah, okay, yeah. Ardell's already yeah. Ardell's already said something like it sucks, man. And these people are brave. Like people like Ardell who join the services know what they do when they're going into it, and it's like it's the ultimate commitment to your country, which is like it's so like it's such a great like a brave thing, and it's something that happens, man. It sucks. The other abuse was the only with the Texans, who are going to be the best defense of all time next year. The Texans are unbelievable. Yeah, no, that's the thing. Ardell, I trust Ardell with what he says, especially when it comes to military stuff. When I talk about the military, I don't know a lot about it. A guy like Ardell is somebody I respect more than anything. What sucks about it is, when you sign up and you go to war, it's a shitty. I mean, excuse me, when you sign up and go to the military, it's a shitty thought. Like when the country goes to war, that's what you're there for, and it's terrible. It's a terrible thing, but it's part of and it sucks. And these people like Ardell, like anybody who's in the service, are incredibly brave. It's an absolute commitment that is greater than themselves. And I have the utmost respect for everybody in the military. Shout out to all the current and former. I'm a man enough to admit I don't have that constitution it takes to serve in that way. Same here, Joe. I didn't have it either. I think about it all the time. I wish I had like a different mindset, and I wish it would have been something I had the balls to do, but I didn't. I wouldn't even sit here and say like if I could go back, I would do it. No, I don't have the balls. I never did have the balls. I never would have done it. It takes a lot, man. Did Trump say no war when he was running for president? Mike, we talked about this one time. We talked about this one of the streams where when you become president, things change. The second you get into that office, and obviously he was president once before, you have this idea from the outside looking in of what you want, what you're going to do, until you get into that room and you have your intel and you have the people who are there telling you, hey, like this is going on, that's going on. Like everybody's got a plan in a boxing ring until they get punched in the face. That's the ultimate way to look at this. It's just it's the term of like, yeah, of course he went on no war, no war, no war. You get there, and also at the same time, every politician lies to you. Every single one. Every single fucking and not necessarily this one. I'm not even saying like this is in a bad way. Like politicians are going to tell you what you want to hear. He gets into office, he's in there, he's getting his intel from the people around him that are experts in this stuff. He's got to make a decision based on that. It changes everything. Guys like Ardell in the service inspire me to train harder in the gym because if they could do what they could do to get me one, yeah, dude. You know what? Go did exactly right. Like people like Ardell are like the people I look at that I'm like, the things they're willing to do for us, the things they were willing to do, training and break themselves mentally, physically. I could fucking go to work tomorrow. I can get up and go to work in the morning. Like, what am I doing? Like, this guy fucking went, like, Ardell's been all over the world, man. I wouldn't be good in service like that. I wouldn't be able to handle it, man. I'm not tough like that. I'm not mentally tough. I'm not physically tough enough for that shit. They won't let me send their name in chat unless I'm sucking them off. Who? I believe we are controlled by the tiny hat people. What do you mean? Oh, I know what you mean. Never mind. Yeah. I don't believe in that at all. But listen, it is what it is. Like I said, it's all about getting punched in the face. Like it's all about getting punched in the face. You're always prepared for a boxing match until you step in there and get punched in the face. And I think that's what happened here. Yeah, he didn't want war. Yeah, of course he said no war. Sometimes you can't just stand around and be like, oh, but I told everybody no war. Okay, so instead you're gonna let a country blow up the fucking world. Winners and losers so far in free agency. Great question. Winners and losers. I don't know. I think like who would be the winners and losers? I actually think the Jets are somewhat a winner. I think they've built a little bit of something. Like, I think they're going in the right direction. Until the Geno Smith thing is just insane. Like, losers, I mean, I feel like the Baltimore Ravens are probably the big one. I think Baltimore has completely taken a step back. But I don't know. There's somebody else, somebody that knows more about football. What do you think of Bam Adebayo's doing right now? Probably like, who knows? I'd be out in a club in Miami if I was Bam Adebayo. Like, dude, being an NBA player in Miami has got to be the coolest fucking thing ever. Like a professional athlete in general. Like Miami's such like a nice city if you're rich, if you have a lot of money. Like it's great to be in Miami. Which like when I go to Miami, I don't feel like that. I don't enjoy it because everything is so damn expensive. Bam Adebayo is definitely out and about doing shit. Iran is a threat to the entire region, and chief ally is. We're attacking so there's not a mass casualty war. Well, we're getting out ahead of something that could end up like creating a bigger problem than it already has. Winners: Texans, Steelers, Titans, Raiders. Losers: Commanders, Ravens, Chiefs, Dolphins. Okay, there we go. See, Godin knows more about this shit than I do. Honestly, I've been so off on the NFL free agency. I kind of check what the Jets are doing, and for the most part, like thanks. That I need somebody like Leangelo. Goated Leangelo is like my he's my go-to like insider for everything. So I appreciate that. I didn't need that. Hey, Baltimore is horrible, but like that's where I'm from. Listen, you got to root for your team even when they're bad. Look at me. I'm a fucking Jet fan. It sucks ass. You stole Demario Davis from us. I mean, you stole Demario Davis from us originally. Hold on a minute. No, hold on. We're just taking him back. Jason, I'm from Southern Maryland, but yeah. Fair enough. Baltimore sucks. Langelo, what do you think about the Commanders getting a defensive end? Finally, one of the top free agents. Yeah. Yeah. Ask him because I don't know. Do you believe everything Donald Trump says? Every 80% of what he says is a lie. What? Like what? Like what does he say? Iranians hate their own Islamic regime. Yeah, I mean, Iran, like Ardell, you know more about this than me. Like, it's not about. Yeah, it's a bigger picture than that. People think like people seem to think for some reason Donald Trump just decided one day, hey, I'm gonna go blow up Iran. Like, we have intel, we have the best military on the planet. People like Ardell that work their fucking asses off that get us the intel we need. And it came the time where like, hey, we had to do what we had to do. It's fucking crazy. Like, and Ardell, I think a lot of people are like that. They just hate Donald Trump so much that they try to find a reason why everything he does is so bad. They complain they completely missed out on decent receivers. Yeah, the Commanders probably could have done a little more. Do I agree? Absolutely, a huge move. A lot of sign, no one else. Another sneaky loser is the Patriots. Yeah, the Patriots, like, definitely. I don't think the Patriots are, like, hear me out on this. The Patriots are an interesting conundrum here from last year because I don't really think the Patriots were all that a year ago. I think they were good, like, but I think they had a very clean path to the Super Bowl where they had a very easy schedule. They didn't really, like, the postseason, they got the, I even forgot who they played in the first round. Like, it didn't matter so much. The Chargers, a bad Chargers team. They got a team in the Texans that couldn't like CJ Stroud couldn't fucking like. I've never seen a quarterback play a worse game than CJ Stroud. The snow game. I think if it doesn't snow in Denver, they don't win that game, and then they got mauled by the Seahawks. I don't think the Patriots are going to be very good next year. At that date, we're trying to institute a Western Hemisphere style government so terrorists don't absolutely murder everyone there. I want Dobbs so bad. What branch of military would you pick if you had to choose? See, I don't even want to answer that question, Vic, because I don't think it's a fair answer. Like I don't find it respectful to sit here and go like, oh, if I did join the military, I would join this. Like I think like I don't have the balls to do it anyway, so there's no point in me answering that question. I almost feel like that's like a slap in the face to people that did serve. Like, oh, if I did do it, I would have done like the Marine. Like, obviously, like I just have like a thing against that. Like, where I don't think I should say that. Can you stop being gay, me? If I were the Patriots, I'd trade away a boatload of picks to get Mekhi Lemon or Jacoby Lane. They need a wide receiver badly. Pats had last place schedule. They had the easiest schedule in the NFL. And look, you have to take care of business. It's not their fault that they got that schedule. I'm not like sitting here saying the Patriots like they got the schedule they got. They played it and they won. They did what they had to do. I think that's like going to hurt them next year because they're going to have a tougher schedule now. I don't think they're going to be as good. If you're going to be a YouTuber, you need to be up to date on all sports, especially the NFL. No, listen, I am up to date on the NFL. I'm up to date on most things. I'm up to date on college basketball. I watch college basketball every day. The football stuff is not my expertise. How many genders are there? Oh man, why? Oh boy, we're diving in here. Nate's trying to get me in trouble now. Now Nate is just like Nate is just like poking the bear. He's starting the fire. I appreciate it. Listen, man, I think anybody could be whatever they want to be. I think if you want to be somebody, if you like prefer to dress like the opposite sex, do whatever you want. I had nothing wrong with that. Biologically and scientifically, there are two. In terms of like actual reality of biology, two. But if you want to go out and like be where like I have no issue with that. I think do whatever you want. It's totally fine. Any math question to me is 8. Listen, I just think like if we're talking scientifically, but if you want it like, you can go do whatever you want. If you prefer that I call you she, I'm okay with that. I'm good with that. Like if you're a male, if you have male biological parts, male anatomy, and you want to be called a female, I'm fine with that. I'm okay with that. I don't mind doing that for you. What's up, Hooker? What's going on, Derek? I forgot you're the most up to date on the sports that you bet on the most. Exactly. No, Mike, that's the thing. I pay attention mostly to the sports that I bet on, which is right now college basketball. You can be gay or lesbian, and that's chill. But there are two. I mean, yeah, from a scientific standpoint, goated. Yes, absolutely. And I'm not trying to like defend that there's more. That's not what I'm saying. That's my go-to answer every time that I say it. Scientifically, there's two. Like, but if you want to like be like if you want to be LGBTQ, do whatever you want to do there. Totally fine. I'm not put a shirt on. I'm not putting a shirt on. Dolphins be gay. That's straight facts. They do. Dolphins are gay. Dolphins are like, I feel like all dolphins are gay, aren't they? I think there's a couple animals that can be gay. But I think dolphins are like legitimately like, aren't they like all gay? Is that a thing or am I making that up? Like, I'm pretty sure they just like dolphins are just horny as shit where like they like, like, you ever see like dolphins like, jump on people and start going crazy on them? Odds on the Dodgers to three-peat? I think it's pretty damn good. I think the Dodgers, I think for the Dodgers, they also got lucky that the rest of the National League got worse, which is crazy. Like, look, I think the Mets got slightly better, but I think the National League as a whole got a lot worse. I think the Dodgers are in a very good spot. Tua is a dead Falcon now. Is Tua on the Falcons? Yeah, he's officially on the Falcons, right? What up, pangender? What does that even mean? Miami Dolphins or LOL. The Dolphins are going to be terrible next year. And I think it was a great signing to sign Malik Willis. I think Malik Willis is worth the shot, but the Dolphins as a whole are not going to be very good. Do you think I could be a woman if I have a weenie? I think if you want to dress like a woman, Scott, and you have a weenie, I think, yeah, like, do whatever you want. You could tell me, like, you'd prefer to be called she, but, like, you're not, biologically, you're not a woman. Like, that's what I would say. Dodgers repeat. I mean, like I said, the Dodgers, the National League as a whole got worse, and the Dodgers got better. Dodgers losing the NLDS this season. Listen, if my Mets have anything to do with it, I'm all for it. How about 83 points from Bam? We were talking about that before, Derek. Crazy. Like the fact that the list now is Wilt Chamberlain, Bam Adebayo second is not unbelievable. Good for him. Seriously, good for Bam Adebayo. Honestly, like unbelievable night. A night we'll remember forever. That's only in Southport. But yeah, honestly, we were talking about the Dodgers. I think they're going to three-peat just because I think their path to the World Series is so much easier, and they are so much better than they were. Um, Gotta correct my back. But yeah, Bam Adebayo. Big shout out to Bam Adebayo. That's insane. Good for him. And yeah, that's that. Would you rather be WWE head or UFC head? WWE, 100%. I would much prefer WWE. I think, honestly, it seems like both are very hard jobs because it's a lot of promotion, a lot of like, running around. I think WWE would be more fun because I know more about the WWE. And I like it. Like, I grew up liking it. The Dolphins jumping on people and going to town is only in South Park. No, Jason, I've seen videos of it. Like, I've seen, like, people do dolphin meetings and, like, the Dolphins, the Dolphins get up and like start humping them. It's something I've seen before on like Instagram. It's not like something I look up on fucking Pornhub before anybody starts doing that. I probably shouldn't have even said that because now I put the idea in your head. I'm non-binary. I don't identify as a man or woman. That's fine. What did he say? He was doing nose bams in the locker room. Lessons learned tonight. Bam greater than Kobe and Wilt combined. Vinny Pasquantino's pasta. Yeah. I mean, shout out to listen. As much as it sucks, man, that the United States lost tonight. Shout out to them. I mean, shout out to the Italy team. That's an amazing victory. That's an amazing upset for those guys. They have some good players on that roster. I said it before. I'll say it over and over again. Be careful for Jacob Marcy this year on the Miami Marlins. That guy is a stud. Their center fielder for Italy. I think they were saying tonight. Joe Davis kept saying Marcy, like put more fucking emphasis on the Italian part of it. I don't know if that's how you say it, but he's an unbelievable baseball player. My man mentioned pasta fagioli. I actually had Italian food tonight. One of the best Italian restaurants on Long Island I went to tonight. I had bow tie pasta with crab meat. It was delicious. Incredible game from Bam, but a lot of his points were garbage points. He had 43 free throw attempts. Hey, listen, man, he's got to take the shots he gets. I don't think it was, Derek. I think Bam Adebayo, like, he scored more points. I don't think it. Also, transgender is another gender. I mean, not biologically, Nate. That's what I'm saying. Biologically, it's not. Dude, Skeens was nuts. Paul Skeens is so good, man. Like, Paul Skeens might be one of if not the most talented like arm we're ever going to see in baseball. He's so good. He's like impossible to hit. I'm excited. I'm seeing him opening day. I'm not excited because I'm a Met fan. He's pitching against the Mets, but I actually got tickets behind home plate just because I want to see him. Like not directly behind home plate, but like I got it like a little bit in the upper deck. I don't have that much money because I really want to see it from like a perspective of like being behind the plate. Over 15 teams won Skeens. Pittsburgh's pockets better be fat. I think the Pirates, the Pirates should trade Paul Skeens. I don't know why they're holding on to him. I think it's just like a waste, honestly. The more he pitches, the less their asset is. Also, Jonathan Quick had a shutout with one of the great. Oh, I saw that, dude. Jonathan Quick had a great night. The Rangers have been like low key winning games recently, which is funny because they're full tanking, and I hope they fuck it up. Because as soon as he hit a pure 60, the Wizards triple teamed him and hacked him. So you're saying biologically I don't exist because no, I'm saying you exist biologically. I'm just saying that biologically that's something that is not recognized. That doesn't make any sense. Nobody was upset when Kobe got 60 gift wrapped to him on his farewell. I don't know about that. That was Jonathan Quick's 65th career shutout. Yeah, I sometimes I forget that he's on the Rangers too. Like sometimes I got to be reminded that he's there, that he's still in the league. Leandro, I think the Wizards were fouling on purpose to help Bam get to that. You think that's a conspiracy? That doesn't even make sense to have a classification as another trend. Yeah, no, that I don't know, Jason. I didn't want to dissect that anymore. As a Wizards fan, all I do is cry. Yeah, I can't imagine. That's that can't be fun. I mean, Joe, I can't imagine you were watching the game. Like, I think at this point, as a Wizard fan, I would assume you're on to bigger and better things, like anything else. Plus, you got the Capitals, who are not bad. Will the WNBA ever make a profit? Is a crazy question. Um, that's a question that I don't know the answer to. I think I think the WNBA doesn't market themselves, like they try to market themselves, but I think like I really think the WNBA, like I hate to say it, but like the Players Association, like the union of the WNBA, like it's just run by fucking stupid people. Like, you hear these players come out and say shit, and it's like they really have no fucking idea like how anything works. And I don't know, man. Do I think the WNBA can make a profit? Probably not. It's so unprofitable. I think like if they marketed themselves better, I think the unrivaled league, like the 3-on-3 league, you actually see these like the skills of these women a little bit better when the court's more wide open. I think that's actually very entertaining. I think like they got to find a way. I think that could be something that would be better if that makes sense. Derek, no, they weren't there. Were several plays. The Wizards were Caitlin Clark, the only one making a profit. Caitlin Clark's making so much money. Like, I think listen, I think a bunch of them are making money. Like, I'm not saying the players themselves aren't making, like, but the league is just not. I'm hopeful for the young talent on the Wizards, but the rest I hate it here. Yeah, Joe, I think it's possible next year for the Wizards to take a step up. They have a lot of young talent, like you said. The WNBA players wanting equal pay and even equal pay in proportion when y'all are literally a liability. Dude, that's what I keep saying, Goated. That's why I say like the leaders of the union. The NBA pays for the whole WM. Yeah, it's basically like a charity thing. Whiskey. I just called you whiskey. What the fuck is wrong with me, Joe? It's basically like a charity thing. That the NBA is doing, which is nice. Like, but here's the thing: the WNBA is losing a ton of money every year. If it ever became a thing where like they had to get paid the same, the league would simply fold. Like, I don't think that, like, and it sucks, man, because like they are talented athletes. I'm not sitting here saying the WNBA is like a joke or anything. Like, they're talented professional athletes. It's a true product, but you know, it's not an issue of them being women. It's an issue of the fact that the league is just not popular. And these women who are running like the players association, the union, are coming out and saying all these astronomical things like we need to get paid the same as the men. Okay, like great, like bring in the revenue, bring in the money, make it worth it to be paid that much. I'm asking for equal pay is wild, has zero to do with them being women. Exactly. That's exactly what it is, Joe. My point is always like, okay, so like why doesn't like so when you get equal pay, like why can't like the National Lacrosse League get that money too? Like the men's National Lacrosse League. Now like why can't they get it? Like why aren't we gonna give them the money? Oh, that's not a popular thing either. Like it's more so the popularity, and I don't get it. Like the more they fight on this, like which listen, I'm all for fighting for what you like trying to fight for what you deserve, but they got to have a little bit more sense to them. It's just like they need somebody needs to come in. They need an outsider to come in, run their union, and maybe just tell them, hey, listen, guys, figure it out. Judean fell asleep during a WNBA game. Let's just give professional bowlers and air hockey players exactly. Where does it stop? Like, okay, like yeah, now the men who are in other sports are gonna be like, hey, they're getting that money. Like, why can't we? It's entertainment and profit based off publicity. Exactly. If you're not making money, if you're not making the league money, the league is not going to fucking give it back. It's not going to be circular. It has to be, it's not going to be, what's the word? Reciprocal. Because it doesn't work. The league is already losing money as is. The NBA is nice enough to fund it to have the league in the first place. It's just ridiculous that they're even fighting it. It doesn't make any sense. And they're going to cost themselves the whole league. The WNBA might not be a thing in a year because it's really not worth the fight. Like, hear me out with this. Like, if they ever go to the courtrooms and arbitration, I'd imagine the league's gonna fold. Like the second like it costs the NBA any money to get like lawyers and shit involved, the league is going to fold. It is going to completely disappear. Caitlin Clark will hold it together. It's not even about Caitlin Clark. It's not even about specific players. It's about the people who are running the show, running the union, and just totally dismantling it and not understanding why they're not getting paid as much. Like, trying to make it about them being women is crazy because they're professional athletes. They are very good athletes. They are entertaining. Like, I wouldn't say otherwise. Like, I sometimes I've thrown on games before where I'm like, hey, this is pretty good basketball. People don't watch it. That's the problem. There's no TV deal. I'm sorry, I lost my cool flight. I get really upset when people use the military as way to. The media is full of shit. Ardell, you're good, man. Ardell, you don't ever got to apologize to me. Like, I don't know if were you talking to me with any of that? Because if you were, like, I'd love for you to tell me what I was saying because I wasn't trying to offend anything. But you're good, man. I understand. Like, you sacrificed a ton of things. You sacrificed your entire life. You put your life on the line, like when you signed up that day. Like it happens, man. Things happen. Don't worry about it. Like I could never understand the sacrifice you made, and anything I say, like I even try to tiptoe around the things too, because what did I do? I didn't do shit. You went there, you signed up, you did everything you had to do, and you're a hero. Like I get it, man. It's all good. Like it's not a problem at all, Ardell. I wouldn't. I don't even sweat it. I didn't even think twice about it. And if it's anything I said, please, like I would love to hear about it. I'd love to have the discourse about it because I would never want to disrespect you like that. It's like I'm an outsider in this, talking about things. I don't get what goes on day to day, and I wouldn't want to like disrespect like anything you did or anything anybody does. The WNBA would need to be officially their own separate league. No NBA owners, separate billionaires funding everything, just like every other major sport. That's the thing, exactly. Yeah, Ardell, you're good, man. If the players want that much money, exactly. Joe, it's the problem is nobody would invest in it. Like it sucks. Like I get it. Like it sounds like I'm being a sexist, but why would anybody invest in something that's losing so much money? Like, like I said, like the NBA is really just being nice funding it. Seriously, it's crazy. Nardell last shot. Yeah, it was there was a little we got a little heated before, Derek. It happens, man. It's we have tough discussions here sometimes. Sometimes things get crazy. I try to hide some of the things, but sometimes it just comes out and we talk about it. And yeah, like a guy like Ardell, like I think everybody's got experiences in their life. And Ardell made the greatest fucking sacrifice of being in this what's the word? Like sacrificing his like potentially sacrificing his life for this country by joining the military. Like I get it. He's got every right to be emotional about it. I don't know anything. It was just we were talking about the war. It was just war stuff, and we got a little heated here. It happens. What was I saying? Back to the WNBA because the WNBA thing is like so fucking insane to me. It's just like listen, I'm in a union. I know how a union works. Like I understand how everything works. It's just the fact I'm so gay. Hell yeah, Star Smith. Um, it's just the women running the union, like they need somebody advising them a little bit better on some of the things they're doing because they sound like complete idiots when they're like, hey, we want the money the men are making. Great. Like, guess what? You're not going to have anything in like 2 years. It's just the way it is. I don't care who the president is. They have it coming. Yeah, I get it, Ardell. Trust me. I'm gross women were the men at. No, that's not what I meant. I'm saying just like the people who are running the union of the WNBA, like the second any of this stuff has to go to court, the NBA should just cancel the league. It should get shut down, and I think it's going to happen, 1,000%. Yeah, no, Ardell, I'm with you. Like it's all about like at the end of the day, if it's for the greater good of us, it doesn't matter who's doing it and who's in charge. Like we gotta. It's sometimes we got to put that aside. I think that's the problem. Is like everything's become like, hey, trying to dunk on like whoever. Yeah, no, exactly, Ardell. I'm with you. Like we're always trying to. People are always trying to dunk on like who's in charge. Like no matter what. At some point, like the way we're gonna fix everything is to stop making it about like just working together, coming together. It's insane, man. Like dude, if Joe Biden did this 4 years ago, I'd be saying, and I voted for Joe Biden last time around. I would say the same. I'd be like, all right, like this is the right move. I think a lot of us would say the same thing. It's about the betterment of the country. We got to put our differences aside. It's the worst thing ever. It's what causes all these like, it's why we're like, you can't even go on social media and say anything nowadays because people are gonna freak the fuck out. It's tough, man. And I get it. Listen, you don't have to. I'm not saying you have to sit here and be happy with who's in charge. Like you, like speaking out and being like, yeah, I don't like this guy for this and that and the other thing is totally fair. Like I'm all for it. Like it's what this country was built on. Like, but to like just be so fucking like I don't know. It's hard to explain. I'm more saying like times we got to like just come together and realize, hey, we need to like just. The fight doesn't need to be constant is what I'm saying. It doesn't need to be a constant like back and forth between like because it's just fucking dividing us more and more. It's very annoying. It's hard to see because like I feel like the pride of our country has just disappeared and it sucks, man, because I'm still like I'm still the same way. I'm fucking what do you call it? Rock flag eagle type, like Charlie Kelly and fucking It's Always Sunny. Sorry, I lost my shit. Ardell, you're good, man. Ardell, honestly, like I'm just asking a question. Like, did I say anything that offended you? Because like, if I did, I would love to. Like, I always try to like, I'd like to just know, just because like, and I don't care at all if I said anything. Like, I didn't mean to. I don't have any idea what you went through, and I have no idea what you've seen and what you've done, and you would know way more than me. I always try to like I do with Goated. Like when somebody asks like who's the winners and loser in NFL free agency, I'm like, let Goated tell you that. Like usually when it comes to like I don't know shit about the military. I don't know anything. Like zero. I don't know what goes on day to day. Left versus right, exactly. Greater good. With you 100%. Anyway, any thoughts about the World Cup? Not really. I don't think I'm going to be going to any World Cup events. The only thing I'm thinking about with the World Cup, Vic, which like I'm going to watch it obviously, but I think about how MetLife Stadium is going to be miserable. Like trying to get in and out of MetLife Stadium is going to be the worst thing ever. It's already a terrible spot for Jet games. When it comes to like the World Cup itself, it is going to be a nightmare because there's going to be massive parties in the parking lot. It's going to be a giant get together, which it is for Jet games and Giant games for the most part, but it is just trying to get out in and out of there is going to be terrible for the World Cup. It's bad enough when the Jets are playing. It's going to be even worse for the World Cup. You still live? I'm here. The man Flay, how's it going? Pork chop, what's up, man? How we doing? Nice. Hold on, I gotta look at something. Let's see. I just gotta do something real quick. Gotta make sure something went through. Wait, am I still live? I'm here. Pork chop, what's up, man? What have you been up to? What a good conversation tonight. I feel like. Hold on. Where did this end up? Wait, I'm scared right now. The Hornets are the only reason I'm still watching the NBA. Wait, hold on. Sorry. Lionel Messi in Baltimore this past weekend and didn't watch it. Dude, I saw somebody was like complaining that Lionel Messi was practicing at UMBC. Like, it's pretty funny, like, all in all. The Hornets are the only reason still watching the NBA. The Hornets are so much fun, man. Like, we were talking about that earlier, that the Hornets might be the most fun team in the NBA because, like, just the cast of characters they have and the good players they have, it's a fun team. Disagree with certain components, but our government, but you're still a solid dude, and I don't dislike you. I appreciate, yeah, James. At the end of the day, like we could disagree on things. I'm all for that. Like, truly, like, I'm a big believer of like us being able to disagree is sometimes a better thing. But like, it's gotten to the point where it's become so polarizing that it's just like people yelling at each other. Like, I think the conversations are good to like, checks and balances of both like is never a bad thing. What were we saying? Same shit, different toilet pooping on. Fully vested and compensated. Yeah, good for you. I mean, well deserved. It was definitely funny seeing M&T Bank Stadium transformed into a pitch. Very weird. Yeah, it's odd. But I find it so funny that like the video of Lionel Messi like walking through like UMBC's campus is like maybe the greatest soccer player of all time. Like practicing at UMBC is just it's funny. Like it's just a funny thing to think about. Oh man, what the hell is going on? Shit. Okay. All right. I'm good for now. Sorry. I set something up. I'll show you guys later. I just had to make sure it went through. Checks and balances. It's never been more divided in this time. Yeah, that's 100% what it is, Jason. Like it's not even just it's not even checks and balances anymore. It's more so like it's just arguing and like people are more worried about being right than like coming to a good conclusion on anything. It's very annoying. Like instead of trying to get to the right answer, it's about like who's right instead of like that's what it is. I literally just came up. I should put that on a damn t-shirt. It's more so who's right than what's right. That's what today's society has done to people. People can't have debates or slightly different opinions without people hating each other, ripping each other's heads off. Dude, and that's with everything. That's not even just politics. Like, I feel like sports too. Sports has become that too. Where like, if you disagree with somebody on somebody, it becomes like somebody on something. It becomes this huge fucking fight over nothing. Like Baltimore, I only travel there for sports. Oh, or the bar illusions. Yeah. I a bunch of years ago was gonna go to Baltimore for a Met game, and I have a friend that lives down there, and she told me that there's no reason to ever go to Baltimore for anything. So I was like, all right, never mind. No winners in who's right or what's right now. Exactly. I'm here for a new debate. Bird today would be Jokic with a better jump shot. Oh, no shot. No, definitely not. Not a chance. Camden Yards ain't bad. I've heard good things about Camden Yards. Like, pork chop. I am very, very, very strong on the idea that Nikola Jokic is the greatest basketball player we're ever going to see. I think by the time Jokic is done, he'll be the number one. Like, he already is the most efficient player that has ever played basketball. Like, so we'll see. It's like, what the fuck, man? This is so annoying. Like, in terms of straight efficiency, he's number one. Let's see. I think that the reason why people, myself included, can feel so emotionally attached to politics is due to the perceived emergence of attaching political beliefs with their personal identity. Exactly. No, 100%. Like, it's exactly what it is. It's like too many people have done that, where it's like, and I think a lot of it, honestly, is just the fact that, like, I think a lot of people just don't have any personal identity. I think a lot of it, and I'm not saying you, Jameis. I'm saying like the real extreme people. I think they really don't have any identity, and they finally found something to be passionate about, and that's what got them so fucking crazy. Less shit than other parts and still be ass. Exactly. I've seen them both pretty similar. Look at the numbers. I mean, efficiency speaking, Nikola Jokic is already the most efficient player of all time. Like, Nikola Jokic is a walking triple double. Like, at what point? I don't think at any, like, I'll look at the numbers right now. Let me look, because I don't think at any point Larry Bird was on that level. Like, Nikola Jokic is averaging a triple double this year. Jokic, greatest offensive minded. Yeah, dude. I don't think we're ever going to see a better offensive player ever than Nikola Jokic. I like, genuinely. Like, I don't think it's ever going to happen. And I'm talking everything. See, any seasons that he did it? Yeah, I mean, Larry Bird didn't have the assists that Nikola Jokic did. I'm a father. I'm a black man. I'm an American. I'm also a Raider fan. 3 out of 4 wins isn't bad. Larry Bird had a few seasons. No, I'm not. Listen, I'm not trying to bring down. Having a favorite politician is like having a favorite billionaire. It's silly. People live here. Yeah, no, 100%. I'm with you on that too. Like, no politicians. Like, listen, politicians can tell you whatever they want. 99% of them are not looking out for anybody other than themselves. Like, I hate politicians. I hate politics. I work as close to it as possible with my job, and it's the worst thing ever. Listen, I'm not trying to bring down Larry Bird's success. Larry Bird was a great player. Like, I don't think he's on the Jokic level. Raiders keep letting me down. Yeah, dude. I mean, I think the Max Crosby deal was great if they could get it back. He retired early, only 12 seasons, snake oil sales. Exactly. Every single one of them, pork chop, 1,000%. But yeah, no, for sure. Listen, Larry Bird definitely retired early, but like, do you think his numbers were going to get that much better after 12 seasons? Like, I think we saw the peak of Larry Bird. I think offensively, Nikola Jokic is just like, I really don't think we're ever going to see a guy the level of Nikola Jokic ever. Like, well, maybe at some point, but at least right now, I don't think we've ever seen that. Politicians are majority liars. They want to tell you things. Yeah, exactly. They tell you everything you want to hear. Like, I said that about the whole Mamdani, like Zoran Mamdani's campaign. Like, everything he said sounded so good, but then, like, if you looked at it logically, none of it made any sense. It wasn't even like remotely ideal for anything he had any ideas of. Like, he was telling people what they wanted to hear, and I always said, like, I think people that got behind him were people that were too dumb to realize that it just can't add up. I'm falling back to sleep. Great. I'm gonna let stream roll so you get some watch hours. Joe, you have a good night, man. Have a great night's sleep. I'm gonna go to bed soon too. I'm actually currently working on something that's uploading, and I need it to upload before I go to bed. but we'll see. With today's foul calls, Larry would average 10 points more a game. I don't know about that. I don't know. Like, I think the defense today is so much better that I think it would kind of even itself out. I dated a guy in the Army. He went to their, nice. Only in America can a failed DJ. Yeah. It's crazy. Like I said, Mamdani to me is a guy who sounds really good. Everything he says sounds good. He's a very good talker, very good public speaker. But then if you actually break down everything he says, none of it made sense. How is the war going? I mean, listen, no war is a good war. You know that. But if you're here to tell me, Ardell, you're going to want to leave before this guy starts talking, I'm telling you. West Point. Oh, wait, yeah, West Point. Dude, I'll tell you what, Jameis, West Point, I don't know if you've ever been to a football game at West Point. It's one of the coolest experiences, sports-wise, I've ever been to in my life. Like, legitimately, all time, I probably couldn't name 5 things that were cooler than going to West Point for a football game. I think if you're a big sports fan, it's absolutely a bucket list thing you should do. It's not really that bad of a trip from New York City either up to West Point. His dad was a war hero who saved like 30 people's lives. Nice. Just wanted to thank Trump for ending the. I mean, listen, terror. Like, I'm not going into this with you again. I think you're very blinded by your hatred towards our, what do you call it, administration. And I'm not going to go any further. Take Louisville over SMU, lay the 5.5. SMU shaving points. You think? I have the over tomorrow. My big bet is the over in Wyoming and UNLV early. I'm not sure why that number is so low. My hatred towards the pedophile. Again, is there anything in the file that suggests anything? And look, I'm not trying to defend being in the Epstein files because I want to see everything. I'm a big believer of that. I've said that from the beginning. I want to see everything, but there's not a ton of proof that we've seen yet, which is with everybody, really, for the most part. Like, until we see the entire list, it's hard to sit here and be like, yes, like, obviously being connected to a guy like that is terrible. What about the stuff he said on Howard Stern? What stuff he said on Howard Stern? What about the beauty pageant? Yeah, that's not a great look. Listen, man, I found it so attractive that his parents were anti-gay. Dude, I mean, listen, Jameis, anything that, like, any sort of thing like that makes things more interesting because it's a heightened sense of, adrenaline. My great-grandfather was a Marine. Grandfather was a Marine. Other grandfather was in the Army and served in Vietnam War, Korean War, and Desert Storm. I'm a National Guard, hoping to get sent to. Okay, wow. So you're like a next generation. See, that's the same thing with my family. I didn't have the balls to go to war. My uncle was a Marine. My grandfather was in the Army. My other grandfather was in the Navy. I have a cousin who was in the Navy. I just didn't do it. Me personally, I don't think the war should be happening. I mean, Derek, I think to each their own. He told, like, I think, Derek, when you get, like, the information, when you hear the information that was coming back from Iran, I think at some point we're going to have to go over there and do something. But, hey, what a strange thing to hope for, Jason. Why would you want that? Hey, I made it. What's going on, DSR? Told a 10-year-old 10 live on camera he'd be dating her in 10 years. Are you ever... No, listen, I don't know when that happened. There's no war till there's men on the ground. Yeah, I mean, it's really not a war. Like, yet. It's not good what's going on. We don't want any of that. It's really, like, obviously, no conflict is a good conflict, but at some point you have to, like, put your differences behind. It's like, you have to, like, look at it for what it is. It's a country in Iran that is basically a glorified terrorist organization that for years we've been telling the same thing over and over again to stop trying to build missiles, stop trying to build nuclear warheads, and they've told us to go fuck ourselves over and over again, man. You don't know, but it did happen before he was elected the first. I mean, listen, man, again, it's your hatred towards him that you're blinded, and I don't feel like arguing with you again. You're like, terror, you're way too radical for me to talk to you and argue with you on this. Like, because I'm never going to be able to, like, we had a treaty that we were sending them billions of dollars. Again, we went over this the last stream with you. Like, we were sending them money. It was a terrible deal for us. The 80 million people in Iran hate their government. That too. The people in Iran hate the government, and people are like, oh, free them. Yeah, we're trying to. That's exactly what we're fucking doing. We're spending $1 billion a day now at war. Yeah, but we had a fucking ongoing deal with them to send them billions of dollars. Like, instead of just flexing our fucking muscles as the most powerful nation on earth. And it's not a war, by the way. I don't trust them any more than any other foreign country. Exactly. I'm a big believer of like, I'm worried about what goes on here. I'm a big, like, I love the country. I love America. I'm worried about the shit that goes on here. I understand bad things go on around the world. It happens. It sucks. It's not good. Yeah. No, because you're just fucking making no points, dude. Has been no proof Iran was getting nuclear weapons. Also, the nuclear weapons deal was working, and Trump. No, well, Derek, we were paying them money, billions. And nobody's spending billions a day, by the way. That's insane. We're not spending billions of dollars a day on a war. That's not happening. But we were sending them billions of dollars. We were sending them money. That's the only reason why they stopped everything. And at some point we looked at what was going on. You look at it and you realize it's a bad deal. It doesn't mean they aren't a good ally. Who? There's so much going on behind the scenes in this country. Oh yeah. And Ardell, I'm with you on that, but I'm gonna let you go first, like, because I think like you need eyes in the Middle East. Last caveat: if Russia and China decide to team up, or China calls in our debt to them, and their ties to the Middle East, we're toast. Absolutely. It is actually 1 billion a day. It's exactly 1 billion a day. It's exactly $1 billion. Listen, Tara, you're somebody like I'm okay. Like I like that you're passionate about this. I'm all for like the debate, but like I really think you're too radicalized to have a conversation with. It's just like I feel like you just hate Donald Trump so much that you're going to find every reason, every different direction to try to make this a bad thing. China's a threat to the world. That's a fact. Iran is their bitch. Russia's not a serious threat. They are a paper tiger, as shown in Ukraine. Yeah, I mean, China's the. I mean, I think we all know. Like, it seems like China's the real threat. Like, can you watch the making of the goat case on Bird? Pork chop. The only reason I'm not going to watch that is because I feel like people make videos about that all the time. You can make a video about anybody and make a case for them being the greatest of all time. Like, you can. I actually know the video you're talking about. I think who made me watch it one time. I forget. Somebody made me watch that video, and it's like you can skew anything to make it sound like somebody's the greatest of all time. Ardell, I study geopolitics, and I don't like to discuss on my channel or others. Yeah, I like to talk about things here. I like to, because honestly, you guys teach me a lot of things too. There's a lot of things I don't know that like I kind of get from you guys, so I don't mind talking about this stuff. We can talk about whatever here. You can talk about whatever you want. You read us a story. I don't know any good stories. Where would you want a story from? Okay. But you shouldn't be emotionally involved in something you can't control. You learn that with age. Exactly. No, that's a big thing. Is like, being so fucking worried about all that stuff. We had like being worried, like, and I'm saying in terms of like being so focused on what goes on all around the world. Like, we got a million problems here. It's just that's my issue. That's what I don't like. Is like we got so many things going wrong here that like, I don't think about things going on around the world. And like whatever. Like, there's bad things going on. If that's something that you are passionate about, then I respect it. It's just, for me personally, I'm so worried about like, I have a fucking homeless encampment down the street from me now. Like, and I feel terrible for those people. That's what I think. Willing to relax. What would Bam Adebayo do? He'd just score fucking 83 points on them. That's what he would do. We're alive and healthy. yeah, we should live on the high that Bam Adebayo scored 83. You're not wrong. You are not wrong at all. Let's see. I heard Bam found out that Flay's been banging Asia Wilson, and that's what made him go off for 83 points. I didn't know he found out. That's a tough break for Bam. Sorry, Bam. Yeah, this is a conflict that's been going on a lot longer. But you're right. You're right. It's China at the end of the day is the biggest threat. Like, we could say everything. Like, I think we all know that. Right? Do you think the homeless people care? He's probably chasing random people with his weenie out right now. Yeah. It's crazy that like, dude, there's a guy like, so sometimes I walk to work and there's this one homeless guy that's fucking hilarious. He always tries to convince me that he lives, there's a, there's this like really nice neighborhood like behind me, like I live in this neighborhood, and then like behind me there's a really nice neighborhood like through the woods, and he always tries to convince me that he lives up there, and he's always like drinking a Coors Light at fucking 8 in the morning, and he always tries to convince me that he's having a beer just to get away from his wife, and he's got like yellow ass teeth, he's missing fucking 3 of them. I'm like, dude, you don't live up there. Like, don't tell me you fucking live there. And like, he's wearing the same clothes from the day before. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. It's just it's ridiculous. Every day the same thing with the guy. Look at Poland. They put Polish people first, and they are by far the best economy in Europe. Yeah, I'm pro putting America first. We need to secure our own mass before. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you on that 100%. We have to put ourselves first. I'm sick and tired of like, just like the bailouts, to all these other countries and shit, man. Like we got fucking shit going on here. Does it bother you that when people refer to Islam as the religion of peace? Again, I would never like Ardell's the guy that knows more about this shit than anything. He fucking lived it, man. China is providing Iran with the diplomatic, economic, and indirect military support amid ongoing conflict with the U.S. and Israel. Yeah, I mean, it's tough. But guys, I have to go to bed. I'm fucking shot. I gotta get up for work in the morning. I apologize to end this discussion so soon. I appreciate everybody stopping by. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. This was a good one tonight.